Guys, what in the world is happening out there? It has been a crazy week in the world of the funded future space. Lots going on, lots to talk about, guys. Let's get to it. I'm going to fill you in on what I know, what I'm doing, things you should think about, all things funded future space, guys. Stick around. Let's talk about this stuff.
Gotta get more followers.
First things first, my website, of course, CFT.ca or CanadianFutureTrader.ca. One of the OG people out there bringing you the deals, discounts, promos. Got a free futures course, got promo alerts, actually have articles and content on my site, guys. So be sure to check out CFT.ca for only the best and the latest and greatest in the world of futures prop firms. All right, guys, we're going to watch this cozy autumn setting, and I'm going to just talk about where things are at, what I know. Got a few topics to talk about, but front and center, we're going to talk about a lot of prop firms disallowing the treasuries this week. And a lot of you might already know some of the stuff behind this, but I want to at least throw it out there for you, those of you who aren't out in the mix, on the streets, in the Discords, all the other stuff. You might just get a random email from a company saying, hey, we no longer allowed treasury bonds, sorry. And you're thinking, what the hell? CFT did such an admirable job introducing me to treasury trading and now I can't? What is going on? Let me tell you. Basically, a very summarized version of this is firms started really keying in on scammers. Now, Apex was kind of the biggest of this, and I put out a video not a few days ago saying how Apex was no longer allowing the treasuries. Even pointed you in the direction of some other alternative firms. Unfortunately, guys, a lot of firms have confirmed what Apex was seeing and now have also disallowed treasuries. So some of those firms from that video no longer allow treasury trading as well for the time being, guys. So what was happening? I'm not going to give you the details because I don't want anyone going out there and trying to recreate, but basically groups of individuals were kind of exploiting the low liquidity in the overnight markets, especially in the treasuries, doing this over many accounts and with large number of contracts, able to get favorable fills. And when you have treasuries trading at a huge per tick value, which is part of the reason I trade them, they were really able to exploit this and put a hurt on some firms. So a lot of firms, as soon as they became aware of this as well, have followed suit and no longer allow the treasury trading. So this leads me to several points, guys. So I'm going to try to hit them all from this point, and then we'll move on to our next topic. First things first, question I've been getting, CFT, what are you going to trade now? The quick answer, and this is not what I'm saying you should necessarily do, but I'm going to give you some options on what maybe I would encourage you to do. I will probably transition more to corn trading. Traded corn in the past, been several years, or I should say I have traded over several years, but just sporadically. Even old videos of corn trades, I believe, on my channel from years ago. It ebbs and flows similar to the treasuries, so it's kind of a natural transition. Would it be my choice? No, I enjoy trading the treasuries. That's what I make my bread and butter at. So that will be my first option. Now, luckily for myself, but then I want to talk more about you guys, these days, I made no bones about it, I primarily just trade my own money in my Interactive Brokers account. So this doesn't hurt me as much as I feel like it almost hurts other people. Because yes, I do still trade treasuries in all my funded accounts, but I'm not as active in them. So it's not as big a hit. It's not my only kind of area. My biggest area is my own brokerage. So that leads me to a point. I've always been a proponent, and I think this just kind of emphasizes this, that people really should be taking that final step. When you get funded and make money, go open a brokerage account. Even if you don't trade it a ton, just to have it as a backup. Perfect example, transpiring right now. So I would encourage people to do that and not look to be lifetime customers of prop firms. Instead, trade your own money and keep 100% for all in eternity. But I know that doesn't help everybody today immediately. So I do want to put that kind of in your ear, though. Think about that long-term plan. This is a little bump in the road with the treasuries. It certainly impacts me and any of several people who trade treasuries because they've seen my videos and they found out about the treasuries and like the treasuries. So I kind of take it personally a little bit because I feel like now I've led these people astray, even though I had no control over this, and it does hurt me to a degree as well. But I think the bigger point is there could be other bumps in the road down the road. One big looming one is industry regulations. What happens when one of your favorite firms just has to close up shop because they don't meet the requirements? Now, I'm not trying to be a doomsdayer. I'm just throwing out an idea of worst case scenario, stuff could happen. So I feel like people should be prepared for that and have a different avenue. So that'd be opening your own brokerage. Now, as for what you trade, right now, what should you do? I said I'm going to trade corn. I encourage you to just take a breather, but check out other products if you're not already familiar with some others. So agricultures and metals would be the two kind of domains I would point you towards. They tend to ebb and flow much more like the treasuries than, say, the equities products. You're going to be able to use kind of order flow and depth of market principles on the metals and the agricultures far more than the equities. So that would be my advice. You all do exactly what you want. There's lots of you out there. Some of you probably already trade other products, so you can jump to those, whatever the case might be. But if you are completely at a loss and are looking for direction, my direction would be look to agricultures, look to metals, look for products that have a thicker order book, and just watch them. Like I said, take a few days, pick a few, watch them, see if they trade how you like, and go from there. Now, do I think treasuries are gone forever, all eternity? No. I think this week is kind of a knee-jerk reaction, a necessary knee-jerk reaction, but a knee-jerk reaction. Like, they just had to cut them off. Like, okay, we're not allowing this anymore because those bad apples are exploiting this. So just cut off them from their water supply. Okay, now let's regroup. What do we do? So I do think in time you'll see the treasuries come back, maybe with more guardrails on them. I mean, the one I would love, I don't know how difficult this is from, the back end, their perspective, would be just only allow the US session. That would solve the scam issue, and also I feel like that is the best time to trade the treasuries regardless. So honestly, I feel like that'd be a fantastic resolution, but we'll see. I have no idea what will happen. For now, just know that, several firms have cut off the treasuries. I'm not going to say who they are because I think it will change rapidly over the next few days. Some might bring them back. I feel more likely other firms will follow suit and also not allow them. So for now, I'd just be looking for alternative products to trade until the dust settles and they figure all this out. All right, guys, next topic. Got to get it off my chest. I'm kind of discouraged out there. I remember a time, I've been around this industry about 5 years now. Traders were traders, and traders bonded together, the highs and the lows of trading, all that type of stuff. And there's two phenomena I'm seeing that just doesn't sit well with me. It's why I honestly don't like participating in the YouTubes as much. I just don't want to be part of all that crowd. But one, seeing a lot of wannabe experts. Could rattle off several names off the top of my head, but not going to pick fights. People who you can go look at their videos and see they've been around for less than a year. Can specifically think of another person who started a whole order flow course when 6 months ago they were asking me very basic rudimentary questions. All of a sudden they're an expert and now have a course on it. Doesn't sit well, but so be it. My advice to you would be careful who you just take for the word that they're an expert. You really want to pick and choose and be careful who you align yourself with on those fronts. Don't take everybody at their word for, just because they can pump out a few YouTube videos that they're all of a sudden an expert. I would say that also goes with just traders in general. I see it it's why I don't really like participating in Discords. You get a lot of wannabe experts in there, new to trading, but they're all of a sudden calling out levels and trades that people should take and look out for this, and NQ's going to hit this level, just watch. And if they're right, they act like a genius. If they're wrong, they just shut up and move on to the next call out. So, be very wary of those types of people. And another YouTube aspect I'm seeing is just a lot of negativity from, again, the so-called experts. Don't want to name names, but people who just basically have made their YouTube bones off of just bagging on companies, other traders, trading systems, etc. Some of them more than fair, but really when all of their content, or at least the lion's share of their content, is just being negative and putting down other people, I think they're really just trying to deflect that they hate themselves, to be in all honesty. Heard several stories, some even like basically if you don't agree with the one person's decisions of who's good and who's bad, then you're not allowed to talk to them. And you might be saying, CFT, what about yourself? You put out YouTube videos. you are right now literally saying bad things about people. But I'd point out, one, I'm not naming any names. Two, I'm just trying to draw awareness to it and almost reminisce on the days of old when everybody was positive. Now, people are making careers off being negative and saying, here's why these 3 firms suck, and here's why you should then go with the one that I recommend, even though I've only been around for less than a year. Again, not myself here. I'm playing the part of some YouTubers out there. Or, hey everyone, I have a depth of market course. I didn't even know about depth of market 6 months ago, but now I'm an expert. So all that stuff doesn't sit well with me, but it's not my job to go out there and police the industry, guys. If I did that, that would be more than 100% full-time job. If this all sounds like a lot of shenanigans and stuff going on that you may or may not have known existed, believe me, there's plenty more. All in all, I like to encourage people, take a step back. Don't get caught up in all the dramatics. Use the industry for what it's meant to be. You pass evaluations, you get a funded account, you make some money, you go start your own brokerage account. There you go. So that's all I had to get off my chest, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you hanging in there. Well, I had to vent a little bit. I gotta say, I'm a little salty about this treasury thing. Why did the scammers have to pick the treasuries, the CFT product? But at the same time, based on what they were doing, I 100% understand how they were exploiting it. Guys, better days are ahead. Let's stay positive. I think some great things are coming to some of our favorite firms out there. Those announcements will be sooner than you think. I'm going to have some good stuff for you in the coming weeks. Hopefully all the antics going on out there just cool off or shut down. Guys, I will give you fair warning. Even though regulations had always been threatened for years, and there was a time where they made me uneasy, but I feel like they're closer than ever, and I would honestly welcome them. At this point, I think it would clean up a lot of the issues out there. So again, what does that mean for you? Partner with only the best companies, have a contingency plan, and it really should just be your end game, your own brokerage account. Guys, I want to thank you for watching. I'll keep you updated. Any new tidbits I hear. If anything super dramatic happens, look for another Fireside chat, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Thank you.